Well, I'm going to go over these 4 personal Biden grants that you make sure you take care of before he leaves town. They're actually going to be here afterwards. But sure you know about these because these are big programs that give a lot of grants to the individuals that a lot of people still aren't applying for. So I'll show you how to do that. But first I want to go over some items with you to see why it's so hard to get these grants, or you think it is. That's the problem. See what's happening in our country. Okay, here's a graph of our what's called the gross domestic product. So all the stuff, the income we create, all the money in the United States. And I have a graph here from 1979 to 2023. And you see you see how it just goes up every year, keeps getting up. So we become a richer country every day, every day, every day. We're getting richer and richer and richer. But what's happening to all that money? That's what we have to know. Well, we create more millionaires than anybody else in the world. That's part of what's happening on here. See, we have 24 million millionaires, and China has only 6 million. Japan has only 3 million, and so on. Okay, what else happens is, okay, here's wages, okay, of all the wealth in our country, okay, most of it's really wages, okay, that's creating income, and it's paying people. Okay, what happened to that income all these years? And you remember that we had the money going up, wow, going up like a rocket ship, okay? Now, let's see what's going on with the income, okay, for the bottom 90% of the workforce. Okay, the bottom 90% of the workforce, back in 1979, they got 70% of all that money, okay? So back in 1979, where was that? Okay, down here, 79, see all of that. So it's down to number $5 trillion. But now it's up to $25 trillion. So it went from $5 trillion to $25 trillion. And what happened to the bottom 90%? They got 70% of that. Now they're only getting, whoops, where happened to the money, honey? Why did it get lost? Can I develop wage growth? Okay, here it is. Okay, so back then, we got the bottom 90% got 70% of all the money. Now they're only getting like 50-some%. Okay, so it shrunk a whole lot. And that's in a period when we're growing like a son of a gun. So you think everybody will grow? No, everybody did not grow. Okay, what happened is the bottom 90% shrank their share of our growth. So the country was growing, but 90% of the people in the country got less and less a percentage. But never fear, the top 10% got a lot more. They went from 30% to like 47, 48%. So we're converging. We're the top 50, the top 90, the top 10%, sorry, is almost the same amount as the bottom 90%. Wow. And that's after we're growing so much money. So that's why I think we're just creating millionaires. But listen, what else we're doing? We're not only just creating millionaires, we're creating poor people. How do you like that? We're number 1 in the world in creating millionaires. And because of distribution, we're creating more poor people. This is a graph of the percentage of population that is poor in all the developed countries, not in starving countries and things like that. The top 30 countries in the world. Actually, it's about 35 or something. United States is number 1. Number 2 is Israel, Turkey, Chile. Look at we have more poor people than Chile. We have more people than Mexico. We have more poor people than Estonia. I couldn't even pick that on the map. The average is like 10%, and we're up almost 18%. That's what's going on. Okay, let's go through this thing so you know you have to get these programs to survive because you're not making it with your wages, okay? So here, okay, first of all, electric vehicles. Okay, Biden put this thing in, $7,500 grant, but it's through the tax system for buying a new electric vehicle. And listen to this. the income requirements. I mean, I used to think that government grants for people who didn't have money. No, well, the government's giving you money if you make up to $300,000. So you have an income of $300,000, and you're going to get an extra $7,000, $500 to buy an electric vehicle. Or if you want a used vehicle, no matter what income, up to $300,000, you get $4,000 grant. Well, here, for electrical appliances, for incomes up to $225,000, you could get a grant of $14,000 to buy new electric appliances. Now, Biden did that, so that's a lot of money. Now, that's at your state level, and I have you have to go to energy.gov/save/rebates, and I have all this thing I'll put in the description below. So all the links will be below. Okay, train for a new career. You could be making $1 million a year and get money, $10,000, maybe $40,000 to train for a new career. Okay, where do you do that? CareerOneStop.org. Okay, that's what you. Also, remember from your Career One Stop, and this is an example in Alabama, where the government will pay 75% of the wages of somebody you hire who is not trained for the job. So you have to train them on the job, and they'll pay 75% of their wage. Wow! So you're getting a grant. These could be millionaire companies, but they're creating jobs too. Okay, here, emergency $1,500 in emergency cash, plus $5,000 to $12,000 for training, and cash for childcare, transportation, and personal coaching to get a higher paying job. So if you need more money, you got to get a higher paying job. And this is for people with incomes up to $78,000 a year, not poverty. I mean, that poverty level is less than that. So it's way above the poverty level. And you get $1,500 emergency cash, $5,000 to $12,000 to train, and then cash for your child care, cash for transportation, and free personal coaching. Now, that's pretty good. Student loan forgiveness. Man, student loan, they're forgiving so much for that. It's incredible. And here, for the number 5 emergency cash, ready to work, SA. So you go there, that website I have there. Contact studentaid.gov and realize how much money that is being forgiven on that. Call the people there. You have to call people to understand the program, what it is. Don't look at the website and think you know it all. No, find a phone number, call, wait on hold for 20 minutes. What the heck? Somebody's going to save you $100,000. You could take a couple hours, okay? Here, another one here. A grant to buy a house for incomes up to $86,000. For a family of 3. So a family of 3 making $86,000 could get $25,000 grant to help buy a house. Okay, down here, I have all the best sources to start finding help for anything. And the most important thing is go to findhelp.org. You just go to that website, findhelp.org, put in your zip code, like I got 20009, put in your zip code, and then you'll see I have 3,500 programs. If you need money, you put in financial assistance. Financial assistance, what do you get? Only 258 organizations in my zip code that give out free financial assistance. Every one is a nonprofit or government office that's going to give you money for free. Google, you'll never find them. You'll get 200 million websites that want to get money from you. If you don't have money, you have to not use Google, please. You're just going to get trapped into getting scammed or paying for something that you could have got for free. So you want to go to findhelp.org and start there. Get on the phone. That's the only way. You have to talk to. Go to these organizations, and even if they can't help you, call anyway. Financial assistance, okay? Go to the website, make a phone call, and hey, how can you help me? And if they can't help you, say, well, where else do you think I could go? Because you got 250 places to go. Okay, so they can narrow it down for you. That's how you do real research. And let us help you and train you to do that at letsgohelp.com. And we also give grants to members every month, over $70,000 every month. Just goes to members, okay? And the next grant is $500 to help you with car repair. And we got $15,000 we're giving out. So don't forget to apply for that, okay? On the 15th is the deadline. 15th of every month is the deadline where we give out $15,000 for car repair. Let us help you with car repair and help you find tens of thousands of dollars all over the government for anything you want.